Hello! In this video I'm going to show you how to install the tools you'll need for running Python for this video tutorial series if you're following along with the Python portion of the series. You'll want to go to thonny.org and you will get this program called Thonny that comes with its own installation of Python and also has some tools for teaching you how to use Python. Now there are a lot of other programs that you can use for editing Python code and for running Python, but I've selected Thonny because it's a very simple interface. The installation is pretty simple, and it has some nice features, like you can see the variables that you've created in your script. So I'm going to download the version for my operating system. So you'll want to save this .exe file to your downloads folder, and then you will run that .exe file either by navigating into downloads and double clicking it, or by clicking on it from your browser after it downloads. So I'm not going to do that right now because I already have it installed, and also because I can't do program installations while running the screen capture. But you can go through and install it and just follow all the defaults that it will give you, and that's fine. So then you should have that program, and I can launch it. And it's going to take a moment to start, so it's showing me this message. That's normal the first time you run it. Okay. So now this is what it should look like. So up in the top part you have your script editor, and in the bottom part you have a Python shell. So I can write a very short program. So I want to print the results of 1 plus 1. And then if I click this green arrow to run the program, first it wants me to save it. So I'll just call this first program.py. Really, you can call it whatever you like. And now that it's saved, it's run that program and it's shown me that the answer is 2. So hopefully that is all working for you. So one thing to note is that it comes with its own installation of Python, but if you already have Python installed, you could go to Interpreter and tell it which one to use. So on this computer, I had my own version of Python 3.6 already, so I'm going to use that one just because that's what I'm already using. If I'm getting add-on packages, I'm putting them there. If you don't have anything besides default or front end, just keep the default. Another thing to note, if you're on Windows and you don't have another version of Python installed, just the one that came with Thonny, you're going to want to make sure you can also access that from the command line. And that's going to be important so that you can both install add-on packages for Python and so you can run Python scripts that you find online. So what we're going to do is something called editing your system environmental variables. So first let me show you where the Python is that installed with Thonny. So I'm on Windows. Hopefully this is something fairly similar on other operating systems. You would go into your users folder. On a Mac or Linux, that would be the home folder, and find the user that's you. And there's a .thonny folder, bundled Python 3.6, scripts, and down here I have python.exe. It might just look like Python if you're not showing file extensions. So this is the actual Python program. So if I search for environment, I want to edit the system environmental variables. And I want to edit one called path. So what's in here is where my computer will expect to find executable programs that it can run from the command prompt. So right now I've already got one for Python 3.6, and since that's already in here, that's why I also pointed Thonny to the same installation of Python. If you've never installed any Python on your computer yet, you might not find it in here. And so in that case, what I want you to do is make a new one, and I want it to point to that place that we just found the Python executable in our .thonny folder here. So I'll go back to that. I'll finish editing it. So that was c:\users Lindsay.thonny bundled Python 3.6 scripts. Let me just check my notes and confirm that that's the whole thing. Yes. So you would want to put that in there. Let me just check. Yeah, so now that's here. And now your computer knows that it can find Python there. For me personally, because I already have Python, I don't want it to be looking for a different Python, but if this is your only Python on your computer, keep it. For me, I'm going to delete it. So now if I go to command prompt, so if you're on Mac or Linux, this is called your terminal. For me, it's called command prompt on Windows. If I type in Python, it will open up Python, and it will look kind of like the Python interpreter that we have within Thonny. So now you can run Python two ways. You can run it in Thonny, and you can run it from the command line. So I'm going to quit to exit Python now. So lowercase quit, and then those are 2 parentheses, no spaces. So one more thing while we're installing stuff, let's also get something called Numpy, or Numpy, perhaps it's pronounced. So this has some additional tools for working with numbers in Python, which basically if you want to be able to store them kind of in a 2-dimensional spreadsheet way, this is very helpful. Yeah, we're not going to get it that way. We're going to look at installing via pip. So pip is an installation tool for Python if you need to get additional Python packages that weren't already installed. So I'm going to follow these instructions on the website. So Python space -m space pip space install, then 2 dashes, lowercase user, and a space. Okay, and so you'll always have to type in that part, and then whatever you type after that is the name of the package that you want to get. So I'm going to type in Numpy. Oh, and I misspelled install. It says that's an unknown command, so I just hit the up arrow to get that command back, and then I'm going to add my extra L. Now I'll run it. If you've got something that says Python is not recognized as a command or a variable, what that means is that you didn't edit your system path right. So you should go rewatch that part of the video and make sure that your system path exactly matches where python.exe is on your computer. Okay, so now I have Numpy installed, and it should be for the same version of Python that I'm running through Thonny. So now I'm all set to get started with the tutorial videos.